remaining, what I believe is 5 laps or so. Jake O'Sullivan
as we've
continues to lead the race.
Yep. Corey and takes the position.
And they did that without any contact as well. So welcome back to viewers. You didn't miss much. 5 safety car periods. What more could you want, I guess? Okay, my stream is back up. That's fantastic.
Right.
Are we going to see Jake here try and carry them tyres all the way to the end? 7 laps old, some of them safety car laps, I suppose. But, I mean, he's decent gaps to Leroy, he's been extending a little bit, and then he's got near enough 15 seconds behind. Well, he's got more than that, sorry. He could realistically just try and bring this home, see how it goes.
And the other thing as well is he doesn't need to win. So if he does end up in a battle with Leroy, who is on is slowly becoming the better tyre, he could just let him go. Of course, don't forget Leroy almost won this race 2 seasons ago. Remember when Gareth needed a must-win? And he won here.
Corey's in
gave it up.
Ben sandwich now. Yep. Coming down the pit straight.
Some people wouldn't mind being in that. But I think Corey's going to try and overtake Ben Shaw. Ben Harrett's too far away, so Ben Shaw goes defensive. Corey is forced to the outside, but is going to get some sort of move done, is he? No, because it's brilliant driving from Ben Shaw to hold on to what is currently P6, but not quite inside Casper's penalty window.
Corey's got a good run on Ben here.
Yep. To the outside once again, no. So Ben Shaw defending, I should say, so well. And getting the traction down, immediately covering off the defensive line. But runs a little bit wide into the first lesbian, as Kyle Smith would say. We stay on board with Corey. And he just doesn't have quite the run this time, so that's going to leave him at threat from Ben Harrett, although the DRS is actually going to bring Corey back to it. Tries to dupe Iceman into going the wrong way, and Corey around the outside, a little bit of contact, and Ben Harrett goes through as well. Fantastic move for Corey Dalton, who opened the door for Ben Harrett behind him, and up into P6 he goes. Ben Shaw will be livid with that, but can he stay with Ben Harrett? Looks to the inside of Parabolica, and he's going to send it there as well. Loses the traction, and it's not going to be good enough. Then the 2 cars in front of him will now break away. And meanwhile, up front, Leroy is falling away from Jake O'Sullivan, despite the tyre difference.
Yeah, just go back to that Iceman move. He really didn't need to make that. He had so much more ERS. He could have quite easily got him down the straight. I think that was just pure frustration.
Yeah, but as it happens, he's now back with Ben Harrett. Certainly not outside the DRS window. So there is still time for these positions to move around. Jamie Griffiths, he said tonight he wanted to finish in the top 10. He's currently doing enough. We see Yori make a pit stop. Presumably that'll be for super fast tyres.
Good exit there, but got a bit twitchy. Ben Harriet has got to make this work because he's on the soft compared to the other 2 guys around him.
Yep, and here we go. We will now join Ben Harrett. Yellow flags for someone else, but Ben Harrett to the outside of Corey. How will this one end? I think Ben Harrett's got the move done before Ascari. He has. Brilliant driving from this man, and proving why he should be in the playoff picture, but he will not drop Corey, because Corey, in fact, is going to come straight back. Will he make the same mistake as Ben Shaw as they head into Parabolica? No. Corey will wait for his moment, but all that does is it ensures that Ben Shaw will fight another day. Corey with a fantastic run out of the final corner. He's drawing level. He's overtaken. The DRS is open, but Corey already has regained P6. And look at Ben Shaw. They're going to make it 3 wide. Are they down into turn 1? And Ben Shaw is up into P6, but he's ran wide. And he's going to have to give 3 positions back. Casper now becoming at threat from these 3. Does Ben give the positions back? No, he's got the penalty, so he may as well stay there and defend now, hadn't he? Ben Shaw but being re-overtaken by Corey. Brilliant show being put on from these guys. Up front, the gap is 4.5 seconds now. Jake doing a fantastic job and could become the first back-to-back winner this season across both tiers. That would be a lie, actually, because Waze has already done it. Excuse me. But Corey now
all on the back of Casper now.
Oh, Ben Harrett almost in the wall there on Lesmo 2's exit. But they are all on the back of Casper. More yellow flags for, well, I believe it's Kieran further back. But who cares? Because the fight is here for P5. Don't forget, Casper has that penalty. Jake O'Sullivan, 2 laps to go from what would be his 11th race win. And he would join Arnold de Grief and Kyle Smith on that number. And what's going to happen now? Last lap we were 3 wide. This lap we may well be 4 wide. So it is Corey who is eyeing up at the back of Casper. And he's got a bit of a gap to Ben Shaw, so it should be Corey versus Casper into turn 1. Tries the same trick he did on Ben. Down into turn 1 they go. Corey on the outside, Casper on the inside. It's going to work out for Corey. Can he get the traction down? Yes, he can, but there's contact with Casper, who's going onto the grass. And here comes Ben Shaw on the outside. He's going to go around them all once again at Curva Grande. Fantastic move. And what about Ben Harrett? And Casper's there as well. He's going to regain P5. Ben Harrett trying a little bump and run into turn 5. And somehow, after all that, Casper holds on to what is P5. Corey up the inside of Ben Harrett for the 2nd time in this race at Lesmo 1, and will drop back to P8 unless he sticks it up the inside. Whoa, yes, he does. And Casper with a moment according to Barry Baldwin. I'm running out of breath, gents. Yep. But I think
Ben Shaw's got him. He had a massive
Ben Shaw has got him. It's
P5.
Also 1 lap to go as well here in Monza, and I said earlier in the chat I want a simple, straightforward race with a Jake O'Sullivan win at the end of it. I think we're going to get it, but still the interest is on this battle for P5 and the guys that are 5th and 6th for the ones with the penalties. So it really is down to Corey and Ben Harrett to work out who finishes P7, because they should then promote themselves up to P5. Arnold has dropped away from Khalifa, and Leroy has done a fantastic job holding on to what will be P2, his first podium of the season. Casper back through on Ben Shaw. There he goes. Pete Knighton leaves the session. See you in 2 weeks' time.
Corey.
Not the chat, no. Corey and Ben Harrett still going at it. Who'd have thought these two would be rivals? They're fantastic stuff that we're seeing it all in Season 8 of the Cup Series. Thank you to those of you who are still with us. Look at Ben Harrett trying to find a way through on Corey Dalton, whilst Ben and Casper fight further up the field. They've had a poor exit. It'll bring Corey and Ben straight back into it. And I wonder if further up the field, Kieran will let Jake O'Sullivan go. Yep. And we'll rejoin.
Make them softs work to the end.
Where is the battle? Here goes Iceman. Congratulations to Jake O'Sullivan on the win. We're not going to join you on board because this is a fantastic battle. Ben Shaw leads the way. Jake O'Sullivan, 11-time race winner in the Cup Series. Any more moves to come from these? It's Ben Shaw, Casper, Corey, Ben Harrett. These 4 have provided all the entertainment in the second half of the race. Penalty for Connor Byers. Who is going to come out on top out of these guys? Corey holding on from Ben Harrett.
He's got a good exit.
He has got a good exit, but it doesn't matter. He'll inherit the positions anyway. Across the line, Corey jumps to P5. A result he needed. Ben Harrett is P4. Casper 7th. Iceman is 8th. Jamie Griffiths gets his top 10 finish that he wants, and Ways with another top 10 for himself. Further down you see Connor with a 5-second time penalty. Kieran having to do an extra lap. And Yori has already finished. Congratulations as well to the top 4. Jake O'Sullivan, victorious once again. The first back-to-back winner in Cup Series this season. Leroy P2, massive performance, especially with Ben down there in P8.